What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the show. I am your host with the most, Chris Talks. All right, let's get right into it. So, our top story is P. Diddy, Poofy Daddy, Poofy Dummy, has some great charges in an abuse lawsuit. So, all right, can we get his name right? All right, Puff Daddy is going through a situation where he's being accused of rape and abuse by his ex-girlfriend Cassie. So let's get into these allegations. All right, so this story is coming from NBC. This audio is coming from NBC. So let's get right into it. Y'all know how we do. I'm gonna give you my view and my opinion at the end of this show. I hope you're having a good day because I'm having a good one too. So let's get right into it. Let's hit it, y'all. Let's do it.
Allegation against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, the Grammy winner now accused of sex trafficking and sexual assault by his former girlfriend in a lawsuit filed in federal court here in New York. Chloe, walk us through this because this was pretty shocking when the headlines came out.
Tom, I'm going to go point by point in this lawsuit that we have just combed through. So Sean Diddy Combs is also accused in this lawsuit of blowing up a man's car, allegedly, after learning that a man was romantically interested in Cassie at the time. The suit also states that he allegedly forced Cassie into having sex with male sex workers while he watched. It also alleges that he encouraged her to drink excessive amounts of alcohol and abuse drugs while forcing her to get illegal prescription medications for him. And also another series of disturbing allegations, Tom, is that he allegedly raped her and physically abused her over the course of their relationship, including punching, beating, kicking, and stomping on her. And these are, really serious allegations that we are all learning about tonight.
Clearly. And Chloe, when you mentioned Cassie, that was the girlfriend. I think the man you mentioned who had his car blown up is Kid Cudi.
Yep.
He is not denying those allegations at all. He's saying that happened. But we know Diddy's legal team is responding and denying everything in this lawsuit. Can you talk to us about what they're saying?
Yes. So Diddy's lawyer said in a statement to NBC News in part that his client vehemently denies these allegations. He goes on to call them baseless and outrageous. And they allege that she has been demanding $30 million and was threatening to write a book about their relationship. And when she couldn't get that money, that was the impetus for her filing this lawsuit. So again, a lot to unpack here. I have also been reaching out to Cassie to see if we can get further comment from her and also further comment from Sean Diddy Combs.
This is going to play out in the courts, but Chloe, since you cover entertainment for us, has Diddy ever been accused of anything like this? Because I think for a lot of people, when they heard this news, it was a shocker because he had not been accused in the past of behavior like this.
Tom, this is coming as a shock because he really has had a squeaky clean image. We've just recently seen him promoting his album on late night TV, talking about his relationships with his daughters. There have been various types of allegations, but nothing to this level over the years. And so it'll be interesting to see how this unfolds. And we know, in past history, sometimes when there are allegations against high-profile individuals, you might see others come forward with similar allegations. Now, that has not happened yet, but we are staying on top of this, and this is a developing story.
Or the lawsuit could be tossed. We're going to have to wait and see. Chloe, we thank you for bringing us that news tonight. We also have...
All right, so that story was brought to us by NBC, which is by Tom Lamas. I think if I'm pronouncing his name right. Tom Lamas, we want to thank them for that report real quick. I did try to get the report, let Sarah do that report, but we got that report. So apparently these supposed to be allegations against Puff Daddy. That's my Austin Powers breath. For y'all who don't know, because I'm about to go in on Puff Daddy. All right. So can we hit him with the dummy buzzer? Yes, because I'm about to go in on Puff Daddy. Because like, yo, my dude, what the are you doing? What are you doing, bruh? Now you already got what is it? Several allegations against you, and before I go into those allegations, let me hit on this. Puff Daddy, even though this news report is reporting that he's not abusive, let's go down the list. His first wife reported that he was abusive. He lost that relationship with Jennifer Lopez, I believe. It was Lopez, right? Lopez, because he was being abusive. Now, Puff Daddy, we've seen this guy be abusive before. It's nothing new. To me, it's nothing new. If you watch the band, okay? Now, I don't know how many of my listeners have seen the band. If you haven't, feel free to go on YouTube or any one of your little social media platforms and look it up. Puff Daddy was abusive on that. Not physically abusive, but mentally, he was abusive. This was something that was expressed on the show. On that show that he had. So, if this person is abusive in this form, in a public form, what makes you think he's not abusive behind the scenes? And as most of us know, most celebrities, okay, when you meet them on the street, they not what they are in front of that camera. They play a front for that camera. They don't, that's not who they are. They act all happy and joy. They go on this late night show, that show, this show, that show, that show, that show. And they put on the performance every single time. So what makes you think that these allegations are not true? I'm not saying that they are. What I'm saying is, what makes you think that they're not true? And we're talking about Alphabet City Diddy. Come on, man. We're talking about Alphabet City Diddy. No, that was the wrong one. Yeah, I know what he did. We know what he did. Everybody know what this man does. It's nothing new that this man has how do I say it? Interacted, two sailboats. You know what I mean? Like you y'all know what I mean. I don't want to say it like but y'all know he's been accused of doing some funny ish and some gay stuff. Now I don't I don't have nothing against gay people, but he has been accused of that, of doing funny stuff. He has sat there publicly and he has denied stuff. There was a situation with Puff Daddy with paparazzi, and it's actually on camera where he assaulted the paparazzi. But when it was brought up, he denied that he assaulted the paparazzi. He did this. It's on camera. This actually happened. Then let's not talk about the Lock situation, the Meg situation. Let's not talk about that whole situation. Let's not talk about the conspiracy of him with his record label. And let's say about 5 of them, 3 out of 5 of them ended up dead. One of them ended up hospitalized. Yeah, I know his name, Albie Shaw. Yeah, I know his name. Yeah, I know Albie Shaw ended up in the hospital. Y'all know that. And then he's accused of paying or somebody to kill Tupac Shakur. I mean, listen, if that ain't enough, then what is? If that ain't enough, then what is? And if you watch the clips of Puff Daddy's bodyguard, he expresses Puff Daddy's attitude. So, am I to believe that Puff Daddy assaulted Cassidy? Yes and no. And I would say yes and no because the simple fact is this. In my eyes, these people are actors. They're actors. They're performers. That's what they do. But at some point, the truth comes out. They let this truth out. But you got to ask yourself this question. Why is the truth coming out right now? Why is it suddenly that the truth coming out? Let's analyze it real quick. Let's think about this. Puff Daddy is suing a billionaire, but suddenly, let's just think about it. He's suing the billionaire, and then out of nowhere, Cassie reports this abuse for the second time. The second time. Now, Cassie did report this abuse back in the early 2000s when they were dating. She did. I forget the article, but she did report that there was some mental abuse there. She did report the drug abuse. I forgot which person that she spoke on this with, so I can't vouch for that part. But what I can vouch for is that she did speak for the about the abuse with Bad Boy, with Puff Daddy, with being in the studio, and it's not just her as an artist. Other artists did the same thing. And that's like I said, you seen it on the band. You seen how this man works on the band. You seen the abuse then. How can you look past it then and not think that this man did some of these things? I'm not saying he did all these things, because these are just accusations. They're just accusations. So it's not proven that he did these things. But in my opinion, this is just my opinion, and y'all know that's how I drop it on my show. I only give y'all my opinion. In my opinion, he probably didn't do all that stuff. Maybe not. Maybe not. But what I can say for a fact, to me, the mental abuse is definitely there. The drug abuse and all the other allegations, they have to be proven. I don't know if there was any physical abuse. I wasn't there. I didn't see it. I don't know Puff Daddy like that. You know what I mean? So I wasn't there. I didn't see it. Only time I could vouch for physical abuse is if I witnessed physical abuse. If I didn't witness it, I can't say, oh, this person just beat you up. People say things. That's what we have to understand. People say things. But you also have to have the proof behind what you say. That's what makes anything that you say stand. You know what I'm saying? But in this situation, that's what I'm saying. If you watch the band, he put that out himself. Cause making, you know what I'm saying? Me, like making a mother walk to get some cheesecake, mother, you ain't doing that to me. I'm just keeping it real. I don't care about what contract you want me to sign. I don't care about nothing. None of that. You know what I'm saying? I had a deal with doing this show. I tell you what, I tell you what, I dare one of these non-melanin producers around here to tell me to go walk to Brooklyn to get them some cheesecake. They could kiss my black. I tell you what, even with Puff Daddy, that's not something I would have did. That's something that they did because they were fighting for that cause. They felt like if they did this, listen, I'm gonna get this. This is part of the this is part of that trial. This is how it goes. If I gotta walk to get some cheesecake and that's gonna get me signed, I'm gonna do it. Da 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 da. That's their level. That's their extent, and I don't have nothing against the people that participated in that show and the band, but just me personally, that would not be me. Puff Daddy would not get that. I would not entertain that. He would not get that entertainment from me. I'm just saying, and not just Puff Daddy. I'm anybody. You ain't making me walk from Manhattan to Brooklyn for nothing, unless you giving birth to one of my kids. Like that's the only way I'm doing it. Other than that, it ain't happening, Captain. But that's what they chose to do. But just that in itself is a form of mental abuse. Why would you put your artist through such strenuous work? Even in making of the band too, the same type of person. This is the same person that you're seeing. Somebody who is sitting there mentally abusing people. So the mental abuse part, and I'm just speaking my piece, y'all. That part I can relate to. The rest of it, that has a pop up. We don't know. We wasn't there. We didn't see it. Apparently, like I said, these people are good actors because apparently she kept that away from the press and the public.
Bruh.
Correct? Correct. So we don't know. But we gonna see. We gonna see. And that's just my view and my opinion on this story. Okay? On ABC Diddy. Okay? So yeah. Y'all already know what to do. If you like this content, you want to hear more of it, y'all know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe, and notification button. Y'all can check us out on our other platforms. Just follow the links, you know what I mean? And I want to thank everybody for tuning in, for listening. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me. Also, stay blessed and not stressed. Until the next episode, I see y'all later. Peace out.